Yes, we are live. Um, this program is exclusively for me fellow Sierra Leoneans. So, fellow Sierra Leoneans, I bring una the warmest of greetings and Christmas felicitations. Still a little bit early for some, but definitely this is the month of December and it's Christmas just around the corner. Today, now the second Saturday, the 2nd of December, 2023. The time on my side is 5 minutes past 10 o'clock. And like a quick broadcast. Most times, when I can say quick broadcast, I can go beyond. But obviously, I'm already engaged in something I want to do, and I've been scheduled this program. So therefore, I been definitely need for come up and do the program. So again, I bring Fambulem the warmest of greetings. I want to talk a little bit about what happened on Sunday, the 26th of November. Of course, we don't rob much Panam. And it was a very, I think, two programs I don't hold on the 26th of November. Waiting with things say transpire. So we'll bring one or two guests or three guests. The last one we will do, it don't go super viral. I must say that super viral in terms of we own sort of threshold. Yeah. And it's still a trend. If you not be not watch them, make sure say you watch them and please help for shape. And when you watch, I can always make this appeal. Do your family. Unala we try for like they make we get very important guests them because they show say people and they watch the program, people and they like the program. Of course, if you don't like the program, you don't really need for click the like button, way now the thumbs up icon, but it's absolutely necessary that we support each other despite we differences. Okay, you can't get video where 10,000 people watch, 15,000 people watch, and then you get 200 likes. Come on now, let's support each other. Anyway, like I said, a short one and just a quick one, and there's a huge question here. I've been talk about November 26th on a Sunday morning. The people of Sierra Leone specifically woke up to massive barrage of gunshots and RPGs. We understand. They sent me pictures, of course, of some explosives, some shells we land. Now people in backyard. So that's how serious this was. I mean, there have been talks as well from people and where they talk about, you're having doubts as to whether this was a coup or not a coup. But I suppose at the earlier moment in buts, and there were many questions um, that still remain unanswered today. But for me, on the platform with messages, there were I don't get text messages, them emails, photographs, some inside Lily sources, them. It looked very much like this was an attempt, a coup attempt, and very serious because a lot of people lost their lives, by the way, and some senior people they must understand. But within this background, I decide for do this short program for let me see whether we're able for address the name not feature on this Coup the one because he's got a voice on social media. He's well known. Then he get in talk show with in associates them. And he's a highly critical person, very critical of the government. Only difference is in criticism is coming from one side, which is he belongs to another political party. But that not diminish in any way, shape, sense, or form in criticism of government, which, in my opinion, is arguable, but quite level. I mean, you can't fault him for the thing the way they criticize because he speaks truth to power. I say this because as Sabi and Lily Bit, I don't host on this platform a few times, and he's none other but a man well known by this name, Comrade Koita. Now, Comrade Koita in name feature upon the events of Sunday, the 26th of November 2023, in which there was an attempted coup according to government sources. Yes, events happen at the capital where everybody within at the capital know. Say there was a barrage of gunfire or sporadic shooting, and assailants them, according again to government, stormed the city, stormed the barracks, the depot, the ammunition dump, and get access to boku boku weaponry. We raise boku boku doubt as to what exactly they go on, whether we capital actually safe, and I not think say is safe right now. I mean the country as a whole as we speak. And I say this not for instill fear in anybody because I've got no reason to motive to other than in good faith, which is if according to what we learn, the armory, now I think that will be first barracks, right, was stormed, and according to government sources, arms and ammunitions, which has not yet been quantified, no auditor report has been released as to the amount of weaponry that was taken from this ammo dump, and then weapons they are still there at large because from we understanding from the reports that we will get, government is still going after those suspected people who stormed the capital on the 26th of August. A whole bunch of them have they're not apprehending it. Government not holding it. So government release a list appealing to the public. If wanna see them people there, wanna please let we know. So that means if these people did stomp the ammunition dump and take all this ammunition, which I want to believe, to be honest, with information where I get, then it means there is a good large quantity of arms and ammunitions at large. I repeat, by virtue of which we will reconstruct as much as waiting we get and know back waiting happened on Sunday the 26th. It seemed like assailants were stormed Freetown. They made away with a good amount of weapons. And then weapons, then they have not been accounted for as yet. So the public definitely get problem. I mean, they in some quagmire in this situation. I mean, it's a security risk waiting happening. And that threat is still hanging over the nation because some of these people are at large. This not to me they say so, this not government say so. Government release a list of wanted men. Government release a list of wanted men. And the men there apparently stormed this barracks, made away with a large catch of weapons, arms and ammunitions, which is very much at large, putting the nation into a state of insecurity. Now, the center of this program, all of this background, is a man, again known as Comrade Koita, we now one of the famous faces and names we come up during the event of 26 November, Sunday, 26 November. The point here is, let me just make this clear. I not get any information on Comrade Koita in whereabouts. I think I am as in the dark as most of you will be. But the thing where I want to say in this regard is, if waiting happened on Sunday, as alleged by government, was a coup plot, and let me remember say, government be a little bit tampered in this regard, unlike the past, i.e., the former defense minister, Paulo Conte, in case, where we make government look really childish and funny by virtue of the accusations which were levied against him and the charges where eventually the Moan put accomplices, all the way you try for develop them. That was then, that's a long time ago, but it's already written in the books. The second one we know of is August 10. August 10, the president say, then people away go protest against him, and have been terrorist them. And in fact, there was a coup plot in which the opposition, the main opposition party, the All People's Congress, was the leader for that business day, where the intent, the motive, and the whole idea now for being usurp power. So it turned violent, police and civilians were killed. The president being quick, instead of waiting for investigation, declared the people and the terrorists and said that it was a coup plot and names. And as usual, there was this crackdown on people, witch hunting of people. And in that situation, it's obvious that people can lose their lives, sometimes innocent people. And then finger pointing can happen in a situation and as it happened now. But going back to tonight's short broadcast, it's because of all waiting governments say, and the list of names where government come out with, where one of the most famous names that we did is Comrade Koita. Now, waiting me they say, along with every sensible person, patriotic, loving Sierra Leoneans, and for allay the fears of people and the doubts in the minds of many a people, including myself, waiting and behold, a few days back when this thing happened. I look a little now, and I know say a lot of people will have had a change of heart. But of course, because the story been dynamic, it been evolved, it been developed. And if they develop and you get more information, I make us say government acted very responsible this time. The president come out and talk to the nation and tell and say they provide assurance. We say they provide assurance that eventually all of the evidence we then they gather and all the people that we then will get accused of being involved in this couscous, this will we happen on Sunday, November 26th. Then go put them through the due course of the law. In other words, due process will be available so that the professional people that were responsible for security will know how to look into that kind of thing there, then go look into them and then go render a verdict, charge them, send them to court, and let the process of legality, the law for taking cause. Brilliant. I support the president on this 100%. We don't want no yuki konasai on the bien domot. They say no. And the rabid supporters of the government and the president, as usual, they don't begin to go haywire. They don't begin to trip, don't begin to point fingers, don't begin to call names. I mean, this is abhorrent, it's repugnant, it's disgraceful, and it's unacceptable. Not in the 21st century. Famulem, if we get information on anything pertaining to waiting happen on Sunday the 26th, whether a person we hear from, whether any kind intel about that situation that will happen on that fateful Sunday morning, we for pass down there on to security, not only they make judgment. I don't think that we are professionals in that respect for make judgment, for point finger. This is not a joke. These kind of things, they cost people and lives. Don't let the costing of people and life in death, there is no coming back. So not a funny business. You get to be absolutely sure of which you talk about, where you accuse somebody. And if you accuse somebody, you get to be able to provide evidence to that effect, and not to you, not the judge. Pass them on as a patriotic citizen. The best thing that you can do is for pass the information on. Coming back to Comrade Koita, if Comrade Koita, because obviously we know some of the assailants were killed, they died in the process. Some of them was after the process. I mean, they will then go out, they hunt them and gun them down. These are all very true. The point here is not all of them, they don't capture. A great many of them are at large. And one of them is Comrade Koita, one of the famous faces or names for this entire episode. So if only Comrade Koita can come out for assure the nation, the people, say I mean, tell the people them what you get for tell the people them, i.e., I was not involved in anything of that kind. This all na lie and the lie for me. Because then they accuse you of something, and for a number of days now you've been quiet. And I'm not saying that you were involved. I just did look at the circumstances. I mean, you had a podcast, you had a presence on social media, you get a very powerful voice, you were very critical of government. And then after events in which government they accuse you of being involved in a certain insurgency business in the country, um, nobody know they hear it from you. I mean, it's worrying in many degrees, different kind of ways. One, are you okay? I have no doubt now in my mind say then going to wish you well and concern as to your whereabouts and whether you're okay. This is not the first and most paramount concern we will come out from your friends and your family. Not because you were apparently, as alleged, involved in a coup, in a coup attempt, but just because you've gone quiet. I have no doubt that your relative and friends will be trying to contact you. I don't know whether they are getting contacts back, whether you are contacting them, but for some reason, everything is mute. So therefore, there's a huge concern. On top of this business will happen when a call person in name, person they come out for say, no, I'm not involved in this business. I've got nothing to do with this business. Because a great number of people, and they talk about thousands and thousands of Sierra Leoneans, are now hinging their bet on the fact that they will let for you from Comrade Koita. Remember that there were people who had doubts as whether government be staged this particular event. I remember me and somebody get an exchange on media on the same day when the event happened. But of course, the person in position was then thing they are not happen. In other words, what I understand from them, governments not a stage then kind of business there, which is not true. In the history of government, there have been many a times, many a times, countless number of times, in which government the stage then sort of kind did by they are. The motive behind that can be multi-pronged. A, for get rid of opponents or for able for put on per opponents because you can easily put charges on them, just like how then they accuse the former president of some people now in their interest for let them bring more chaos in the country. Because as soon as something happen, or it's the former now that's what they say, you've got no evidence, or if you get evidence, pass it on to the relevant authority. If you not get evidence, left for finger points. Or at least if you want talk around the incident will happen, let's say you do an analysis, you want evaluate, you want assess a situation, situational assessment and evaluation. Yes, that is possible, but you should be able to convince your public where you talk to as to why you they say what you say, because you therefore provide if you know because you can develop the case. It's not like you judge a case, and then mostly now it's about forensic. But before forensic, and even up till now, you can use circumstances for look at a matter and try for arrive at a conclusion. But what you know about most of the people, then they've got neither, not just myopic mind, and as things happen, oh, and there's coma involved, oh this, oh that. And government itself, now they make them any better, who they understand. One of his bodyguards were killed just the other day when the thing happened. Now in Osna, Femi Turner Drive, as we understand. And one of them was abducted. This is not abduction. Family don't know side and can't go wide and take them and etc. So that's abduction, that's hostage taking. We understand, say, the former president in Osa, Swelna McKinney, was also raided and in chief bodyguard, I understand, has been taken in for questioning. I don't have a problem with that as long as due process they play out. Where you dey give a person in the na court, not to forgo harass somebody, intimidate somebody, and coerce them, for say something where you're not supposed to say. Some of the people some of them get very powerful voice where they advocate for them kind of thing. They arrest the former president and do this and do. They're not even there in the country because they get the means for fly out of the country when things happen and left with poor people and they. Now then can they put more bush and stick na the fire and make sure say the fire not go off, and in fact they try to create a huge blaze where they can neither control the top of the blaze. Top of the blaze mean that you can escalate. You create something, but you control them. But in this case, they've got control of neither. Once they don't set the blaze, because that's what they are looking for, that blaze they continue, and it's not going to stop. And this is their intention, just for turn the country upside down. I'm sure the president and the man they know waiting they want to do, how for go about waiting they want to do. But we also they advise then kind moments there should not be moment of crackdown. Crackdown outside of the jurisdiction of the law. In we country, we law say everybody is innocent until proven guilty. So you can accuse me, I am innocent until you take me through the system for prove me guilty. Until you prove me guilty, I am innocent. So all these people that have been taken for interrogation and etc. should not be subjected to torture. Therefore, be afforded a lawyer. I mean, all of these things are possible because of the impression that they will give you, and this is not the 21st century. This is not the first time where a military junta go catch people and go put them inside some torture chamber and electric shock them, remove their fingernails with pliers, shock their genitals and things like that. No, this should not be happening. And especially if you feel, say, you get a strong case, because you can develop the case. And if the case is genuine, can put on through the court system and look into RAM, there should be prosecutions and people and face the penalty. It's not the 21st century. The point here is Comrade Koita will need to speak, if not now, but very soon, because this is really alarming. There are people who are generally concerned about in well-being, and there are others who are actually concerned about waiting happen on Sunday, whether it involve, and if you're not involved, a voice gets so much for put to rest, for allay the fears of we people them. Because should he come out now and speak, he obviously will be addressing the issue or issues. First, we hope that he's alive, and I want for believe say he's alive. I really want for believe say, of course, he's alive. He might be in a sticky situation, and most likely that's the reason why he's lying low. And as soon as he finds himself out of that sticky situation there, he's definitely going to be speaking. He's definitely going to be speaking. And that speaking there will put so many things to rest. But Comrade Koita, if you watch, you listen wherever you are, you go sooner or later need for talk to you thousands of fans. You therefore provide some sort of encouragement and succor for you relatives. So at least they will kind of calm down, because these are worrying times. This is serious. The number of people who don't die already. Now, let's just touch on this attempted coup a little bit. Some of the things and way people let me look at, we make it appear as if this was staged. From my perspective, the little intel we don't get, waiting and understand about them kind of thing and waiting play out on the day, me doubt about it's not being a coup plot. It's out of the window. I want to believe that there was an attempt, some kind of an attempt. Okay. Some of the things the way people they say we make no one for believe say this was a coup, but I believe say a lot of people from that Sunday who had doubts, they don't change their mind. Say no, this look like say it be real. One of the main actors, I don't when I say actor, I don't mean Pandi coup because I don't know whether he was a participant in the coup. Like I say, I'm a man of law. I'm not saying being a lawyer. I mean, I get great respect for the law. I like for wait for you waiting the law say. Waiting the law say now something what I really interested in. I not like on the side up talk. No, I want real talk based on legitimacy. So the point that I'm trying to make, one of Ernest Baikoma, and the reason why then they attach this thing to Ernest Baikoma, I will come to that in a minute. But one of his former bodyguards, we been very famous, we call Leather Boot, was killed. The question is, how was he killed? Where was he killed? Was he killed in action? It not look like say he was killed in action. So you see, there are many questions here than answers. And one of the things where we make people in the doubt whether this was a coup or not was the way how the guy been dressed. He dressed casual, get trainers, jeans, just normal, yeah, and a t-shirt. So people in no one believe say if you go on operation of that kind day, you go be dressed in that kind casual form day. Some people not really be one for believe that. But that's not impossible. One, that could be a camouflage. Remember, I say I don't know whether for sure he was a participant in this. Other than accusations being levied left, right, and center, social media gone viral. Rabid supporters of the government and the president just saying things, where they feel for say, then the judge, the jury, and the executioner right now. And some of them are connected. Some of them waiting and they say it they reach far and wide. We know say some of the brothers them have been recruited by the security services for they gather information on social media and other media platform them when they gather and send to government. Sometimes so lie simply because you are critical of government, then compile your name and send them. They did it before August 10. Now it don't become rampant. Some people just on voluntary basis, because some people in the one government for recognize them, they look for opportunity, not on the basis of qualification, but on the basis of they say they run them Bella business. That's what some people are doing. But they compile a program on them, and pretty soon, I believe, we will come out with waiting we believe say these people they do and who these people are. So Leather Boots was gunned down. We see the picture. The question was, who's kind of close way work so? How a man wake up an operation go work then kind close there? Who side they kill him? Was it on the front line? Was he in action? Or then go root and come on side? But even if they root and come on side, did he went to seek shelter? Who side they go root and from? Did the security forces had intel that one of the man when they look for a hide under or a day under or this and that? Because these things happen. You camp operation fail, you have to retreat. And if you not been on do a thorough exit plan, you get caught up, And another thing, Fambulem, where people they do that kind of thing, they are like coup na serious business. I mean, it's a life and death issue, by the way. So when you do them, you have to be highly disciplined. Highly disciplined. You know, go down there halfway for a serious event of that kind day, that you come out there, you say you want to go lay down to your girlfriend in place, or you want to go bongo to your girlfriend, in place, for go get on the news for stand, or do some video, some WhatsApp video and things like that, and abandon your position while the thing is fluid, it's ongoing. You know, go come out outside and give you assignment outside you supposed for day. And family, this thing about they talk, so it not mean say I am backing the coup plotters. I condemn every coup by the way, on the record, I condemn every coup. And not mean say condemning coups or coups not get how you call them. In my opinion, coup then we go consider necessary. But waiting, I mean, me condemnation in all unconditional. They get conditions. Okay? Just like the President Bio. I watched one of the interviews in days there in which the reporter asked him, the president may say something about coups, you know, and the reporter asked him whether they get good coup. Because I think the president may try for say, when in take over or do a coup, in coup not been good coup. Even though they condemn coups, the way they take place all around now. So the reporter began for ask him, so Mr. President, are you implying or are you saying that they get good coup and bad coup? So in my opinion, yes, they get good coup and then get bad coup. You see, we're not for a coup now a bad thing. It doesn't all go well and not legitimate. This is the thing. But let we keep now the back of we mind say the business of the army away from securing the nation from outside aggression will also at given times intervene in the state matter, which is rare, very rare, because the constitution I not believe say really entertain that. But the circumstances is one that is arguable in which they can come and usurp power. Let's say, for example, if you have a despot who is killing his people left, right, and center, there's no progress being made. The nation, it has no respect, both within and outside. People live in fear. And people actually want to get rid of that administration. The economy, they in bad shape, really bad shape. There are no jobs. People are dying because the health facilities are poor. And the only remedy, because this fictional head of state, they don't embed himself, they don't dig in so deep. All insecurity apparatus they in place with relatives, not even friends. Friends cannot be trusted in this situation. Relatives that are well paid, we self get stake inside the government, so therefore they can't allow other people and for can usurp government because they stand for loss big time. So they give all their life in the protection of the leadership. In this case, now some of the exceptional circumstances, then it become normal for let something of that kind happen. I'm not saying that we dey inside that situation they now, before not get me wrong. I have said that we don't need coup now. A coup might just be worse. Some of we just want to let them get rid of Marabio without considering waiting they come. How we know, for example, that waiting will replace Marabio will not be equally despotic and far worse? How we know that? Or are we that desperate that all we want, and I forget rid of the man, waiting ever come, we'll go deal with it later? Is that the solution? Will that be the solution? These are real doubts. Yes, I know we went to the ballot and the ballot not work out the way we want to believe a vast majority of people, because that election day is still under question. This is why there is an ongoing dialogue, because things are not straight. And here lies the question now about this ongoing dialogue. I asked that question on the first day. And remember that there will be difficulty in having trust, because trust is very critical. Now there's going to be difficulty for get trust within this dialogue process. What do you make us say so? Simple and straightforward. When this couscous happened on Sunday, the president, as usual, wasted no time for accuse the opposition party, say now they inside. Now they do this, now they involve. And remember, say UNM people are on a table, they try for iron out differences. And the president expressed dishonesty on the part of the All People's Congress in a tweet to the nation. The presidency, it said the same people that we sit down, they talk peace with. Now the same people and they undermine the peace process and they go take gun for can kill policeman them, officer them, and civilian them. Imagine that. The same people where we sit down with they talk peace. Yeah? They say let we talk peace. We agree. Say okay, let we talk peace. Now the same one they go take gun, they go shoot people and kill people and they try for usurp power. Now, if the president says so to people the way sit down, they talk peace with, well, family, when I imagine, you know, how this atmosphere will be. How when they go sit down and place where you know get trust, because the first thing when they establish if when they go into a peace talk, some kind of an agreement is one of trust. Status opposes agreement. Now, trust. When I get for build that trust for trust each other in the first place before una they sit down. Because trust get for day. If trust not day, then that talk they they go no side. The key ingredient, not trust. Now that trust seems to have been thrown away through the window. The president say, this is not me making this up. The president say, them people there, we say, we can't talk peace. They say they want peace. Okay, I trust them when Allah can sit down. Look what they do. They undermine the peace process. They undermine we want peace. In other words, the president and in on side want peace. The APC not want peace. Now pretending they pretend. So every small thing like them do August 10. I am paraphrasing the president, by the way. At the same thing that we do August 10, then go tot wahala, where and come kill officer them. At the same thing, I don't do so. How does this process go forward? Now the question is now. But one key thing, I mean, we will talk about this in a subsequent program, is the people that they accuse Pandisku. You see some funny things and they happen. The Minister of Information, who is well spoken, but it sounds like it can get too emotionally carried away. And one of the proof is the list I understand say they don't re-jog them, if you will like, or they don't, you know, play with them. In other words, drop names or add names and things like that. But because you get for make sure before you they pull a list. Now you know they go pull a full list yet, especially so if you're not sure about certain people then. You go to do investigations. The one that where you show off, you pull the list. So that list they populate the list as time they go by, as you they get clarity, and so you populate the list. Not so you don't populate the list done, then you begin to knock people off. Then an investigation, and for they do that in the background, you know they can't put people wanted. Yeah, for don't make sure say you're sure about what you're doing. So that list, as I understand, is been revamped. Some people in the name appear there and say they go report themselves because they had nothing, you know, yet to do with it. But if it happen the other way, not to via the list, and for contact them people there through the security channel, bring them in and do preliminary investigation if they are guilty, or even if you're not able for bring them in, some investigation don't on go before you take the name or picture and put them now a wanted list. That's a terrible list for let you name and you picture, did it? It saddens a family, you know. Imagine you, daddy, you name go appear there, you picture go appear there, you're a married person, you get your wife, you get your picking them. The trauma alone that they will suffer owing to waiting to happen. It's unimaginable. So one of the people that we're supposed to help with putting a lot of this to rest will be Comrade Koita. We hope say Comrade Koita will surface soon, in which he will able to make provision to the nation as to how come he didn't make that list day. Is he guilty as charged or he is not? Waiting you know and waiting happen, but he need for speak soon, because the longer this go, the more difficulty people then go encounter in trying for believe some of the story them where they come out or we eventually get for come out from them. But we believe say people are still there at large. And in fact, the government has said that there's a lot of people at large. The fear is the kind of arms and ammunition where they can go with them wherever they are. Remember them in the fan, arms and ammunition all over the place in the city. Because people and they hide the ammunition, dump them, where they retreat. Okay. Sometimes you need your arms and ammunition. I don't know people that will go to away their arms and ammunition because you arm now you life at that point there. It's like give me freedom or give me death. So it would seem like there were a lot of cowards because you retreat. I can understand something. Maybe you want for camouflage yourself because if you hold arm, it's risky, it's dangerous, especially if you know they affect anybody. Because if you affect, then obviously you cannot drop your arm. But maybe you want pull uniform and wear CVs and you not get gone, so you just blend with the crowd. So you look like a normal Joe, and it take a while for people to recognize you. So anyway, all the arms and ammunition and they scatter all over the place. And what me understand, what me understand is they took away a huge number of their weaponry there. Where are they? Where are they? See, this is what the problem is. So we they say government for exercise restraint. The president being cool and calm in the address to the nation, which was a complete opposite to the last term, where something of that magnitude they happened, which was August 10. And that again, we get for put doubts in our people and minds, because that first one, August 10, president be really upset and angry. He used words them, and you could see the vexatiousness by in body language, and I believe saying I make it being for whole, in clasp in finger them, together for control the rage. I just suppose this is a possibility. I don't know for sure, but what we do know for sure, he was really, really upset. As opposed to this one, he looks cool, he looks calm. Of course, he was reading from a teleprompter, you could tell, the level of focus. So I had no doubts about that. And some of the language used no seem for correlate. President can forget some powerful speech writer them or when the president the reading speech so that it resonates with the people, not to pick you to pick the words. You want a sentence and you want to deliver a powerfully said that so that it sink in, it conveys the message, and the people then grab the message where you send over to them. But yes, the president did look tampered down. Another thing we make people let me express doubt as well. We understand the first lady expressed some Christmas, not Christmas, birthday party. At a time I talk about this in my last broadcast, at a time when assailants had just stormed the capital, people were still in panic and fear, not understand as yet waiting to go on. Government forces were still mopping up remnants of the assailants, and you the whole birthday party. That's disservice, that's disrespect to your people. It shows a lack of sensitivity, and I don't know which other way for describe them. And I go try for keep me words, kind of measured, because one thing we need to understand is sometimes stories can be exaggerated on social media, but I know that they did send me photos, video of the program. And Uda go release the video. It get for be either the first lady herself or people that we attend. And people we attend will be close, confident friends. So they all may just lack sensitivity as to what may happen, or was it done deliberately for provoke? Because we've seen that many a times. First lady likes provoking situation. She elect for provoke. Yeah. That I don't see her many times. Before then, when this woman be on TikTok, people like we, in good faith, come and say, no, first lady not for really to do this. Will not be the say enough for them on TikTok. I don't think say TikTok be appropriate for them, especially what they do. If you want convey message to young people, Sierra Leoneans them, within a TikTok, then if we don't use them as such, which will have been more constructive. But no, you go use them for banter, for hints, and what have you. I don't think say that be appropriate at all for a first lady. So that was a problem in itself for me, and I expressed that many a times. And as usual, the rabbit supporters, instead of looking at things from a critical perspective, oh, una jealous, una jealous this woman so and what have you. Not only WEF, now the president WEF, the woman and the mommy for the nation. So we went at the picking and we concern and express that concern they just on an advisory note, una taken out of context, and only because una want for the first lady recognize una and she say now una na the defendant them now una the defendant na social media where it not make sense, it not make sense at all. Now the first lady go to dance, then pull in tongue, and pull hints from people. This is the first lady for an entire nation. But not what we talk about tonight before I begin for drift away. But that was my point. I even sent message to the former Minister of Information at one time regarding the same first lady. Say a profile which was created in behalf, because I know say not to Induam, but definitely not party them. The government not for entertain that at all because it's full of so much lies. They exaggerate story about the first lady in academic background, in things the way you do. And those things were not true because we actually look at him profile. And I contact the minister and tell him, say, hey, Bodia, this is what I saw. And I think in a LinkedIn profile, and let me create for him. It wasn't right. Okay. So we've been looking after the first lady because with business, a lot of people, the outside world per se, they look at we country through the prism of the first lady or the first family. How you conduct yourself, because there is a level of conduct, and this is the thing. There is an appreciated level of conduct. Orthodox. It's like we been go Russia, for example, in the past. I mean, protocol dictate waiting you do and waiting you not for do. You go pull a phone. They do TikTok. I mean, they do Facebook Live. People, totally uncalled for. But let me say that now be in immature stage that one day. Very, very immature. And that's a fact. It's not supposed to happen. That's laughable. And that was laughable internationally for quite a while. No first lady does that. I mean, you get a team of people and, we can do that for you. But that shows how crude you were at the time. This is a fact. Anyway, that was then. And I shall say, it took a while. But people, when they make the excuses for them, it not be the board well at all, because the idea is it not be supposed for they do that. So you see now all that thing they continue for they happen. So we can give the government bad light. Now all that thing that can happen, we can give a man bad publicity. You they prosecute a war. And then the Mamina power, they pan shiri, they pan dance. So how the people would take them, apart from the handful of rabbit supporters them, where then they see black, so they want color white. But I talk about the bulk of the people, them, real sensible people, people who are based, people who are really based. I mean, they get an update. And you don't need for be a 10-dimensional or 12-dimensional chess player for understanding basic regular behavior. Them they are so. You get good, you get bad. You get evil, you get good. So you can understand the distinction in there. And within you get protocol how for behave. If they spread red carpet for you now because they want you work on a red carpet, not to outside of the red carpet. If they say they also you the pass, now you the pass. If they say now you the sit down, now you the sit down. Especially security wise, because they don't do everything for secure that place there. So I think say the release of that film day on a bad day, it be really kind of telling So it produced doubt as to whether indeed this business be happen. Because if this have been serious business where your man in life be involved, including yourself, then obviously if we don't take it seriously, or maybe deliberately decide for taken lightly. The point here is ink can taken lightly, that's up to Ram. But you see, you get to distinguish between privacy and public. You get a big responsibility for look after a nation as the mother of the nation. And you want to be a mother for all Sierra Leoneans. I know say that's going to be difficult because there are going to be people who don't appreciate you, who don't accept you. But the role, that's what the role entails. You look after your man, you make sure say he's sound, he's okay, you don't look after Annette, you don't make sure say during the day you don't get fine coffee breakfast, you don't make sure during the afternoon you don't get fine lunch, you get well body for rule the nation. Because through them, you self, you find you and your family. That's how it is, straightforward. But they can't attempt for pull on the power, and then you the dance. Either because you try for be cheeky to apparently the one that we come, but you forget for no say within the rules of the game that is inappropriate, that is insensitive. You see your role where you play, I think now yesterday, go visit the wounded and other people in our hospital. This is the role Sierra Leoneans are looking for you to play. So you see, you can't conflict the two. One moment you go look after the wounded and what have you and express sympathy with them and make little provisions for them, which is rightfully what you're supposed to be doing. But imagine you come out dance when the thing happened and these people were wounded. In defense of you and your husband and the state. But you dance. And then later on, 24 hours later or 12 hours later, you can't tell sorry. Sometimes people can take that with a pinch of salt. Does she mean it? You just come out dance. But of course, they don't let boku boku thing, you know. We all know that first 5 years, it was terrible. But the events of the 26th, it will help for later rest if the government carry out not carry out crackdown on enemies, both real and perceived. Not take this as an opportunity for crackdown on opposition people, but an opportunity for prove a point. If there are suspects, I hope say then one the way they carry out the investigations will have listened to what the president say when he addressed the nation first. And then they talk about today because today is supposed to address the nation. I missed that because I've been in a studio, they prepare a couple of programs. So, Comrade Koita, once more, if you listen to me, wherever you are, we wish you well. We hope for hearing from you soon. We hope for see you soon. And that will help a long way for put a lot of things to rest. There is no need for behave, or I mean for believe that communicators seek, suddenly sick. So therefore, now we could not hear voice for a number of days. From the 26th to now, that's 4, 6, that's about a week coming from where this thing happened. A week. And Comrade was always on the social media, briefing Sierra Leoneans on what is happening within the Ghana country. Been very critical, and rightfully so. Just like myself being critical of the government. So Comrade Koita, once more, if you listen, now for try, let you release an audio. And I know you will do that soon. I know you will soon. Like I say, if it is true that you were involved in a plot on last Sunday, the situation might be sticky, really sticky. Imagine that, because you're doing your retreat cover, and they try forget out anyway. So now for trailer, you release an audio to the nation, so we know exactly what you go on, because governments don't make it clear. So we say you be involved in a coup plot, then get you name a wanted list, and that wanted list is international. We don't see them. We're still available just in case you want to get in touch. Okay. My number you can see under the scholar day, or how to get in touch, obviously. Or you get your man them, so you can get in touch. But what me they try for do on this program of appeal to you, because your name is just out there. It's just out there. And all the days there are people like me, and I believe many others, they pray for let you speak. Unfortunately, you've not been able to speak yet. We not believe say anything, any harm has come your way. I don't even know whether you are in Sierra Leone. I don't even know. But I have reasons to believe the government in this case, because it will be foolhardy of them for publish your name and your picture as wanted if we there. But there is a possibility, and I know there are other people where they hope say all of this could be a mistake. Because after all, in this list where government released, there have been a couple of mistakes in which all the time government therefore withdraw the list and readjust the list, remove and add and remove. So not dynamic list. For some names and pictures or photos are constant. So Fambulem, this is not the word we come up from the TNN TV media empire today. We get few programs then where they come on again. We get Yafande, how you call him party C4C will be on the program, I believe, next week. We'll get a couple of high profile interviews coming. For a long time, we not do high profile interviews because after the elections, a lot of the high profile people, probably the winners were too excited, so they were celebrating. Some of them spoke to the constituents and through the own channel then we then prefer and like. Opposition people were despondent, despair, feeling down, disheartened. So they've been lying low. And we self be one for the do monologue, for the do analysis on this basis until things will not begin together. But every time there's always news. And we pray that the nation go heal. Let's be honest. You see, where there is no justice, there cannot be peace. Where there's no justice, there cannot be peace. We really need to come together, and we really need leadership as at this time, because we country and we people are really suffering. I mean, the sheer economic hardship. Now, every time I talk about, I can get one or two people that will follow the program where you always get issue with that as if this is not true, knowing fully well that this is true. Very, very true. So let's just read 2-3 comments, and we will not get better comments today, which is good because the program at the end on this basis. Just look at this comments. Them okay. That's Zainab Masakoy. Yeah, Zain, how are you? I hope all is well. Thanks for watching. And we will not forget, please, for help for share. Don't watch alone. Well, and let we help for share, and let we help for like the video. I mean, if you don't like the video, feel free for comment and be critical. We all don't have to see inside the same pot together. We have differences a lot. Mr. Cromer, sorry, but Sierra Leone cannot get any worse if Bio is deposed. The country is at rock bottom. Not change the status quo because of insincerity on the part of the government. Okay? So then now, Mr. Jerry Brown, in your opinion, Dandy, that the status quo will not change. I don't know what you mean by the state, Jerry, with all due respect, I don't know what you mean by the status quo will not change, except you get looking glass where you see far brother. And I know say you make one critical point in one of the line where you say the country they at in lowest. And I believe you try for say that it cannot go any lower. Well, that judgment day on this government, that's really, really bad. That it is so bad that it cannot get worse than it is so now. Anyway, that's Mr. Brown's opinion. I see Mr. Brown comment again. Let's see what he said on the second comment. In his address, the president was calm about this so-called coup because it was stage managed. It was stage managed. The first lady was in high spirits, throwing a party. How far this Augustine disruption Bio was spitting fire because he was caught unaware, and the first lady that it is true that a serious thing such as this one, the first lady was having a party. The president, in addressing the nation, was cool. A comparative analysis the last time. I was upset. I'm not going to allow this for happening. And secondly, that was in first term. So you're upset that somebody they can't try for disrupt in first term. Now, apparently, he win a second term. And he was, I mean, I'm just saying this, yeah. But again, this is why I am calling on people like Comrade Koita, who has been accused. Okay, we're ready for monsoon. We got one more comment or two more comments. Let's see what you say. This one is from a brother called Ishmaela. Comrade Koita can do whatever he wants. Pauper fools. Okay, let me read this for us. Pauper fools can throw in any Northwesterner's name on the alleged coup list. Prince, you are probably not in the damn list because you are from the south. Okay, Ishmaela Kamara, yeah, I wouldn't like to be in that list. Okay, last August 10, some lists were making the rounds, and my name or my platform name in the simply of being, Sierra Leonean, a patriotic one. I like for consider myself. But thanks for your comments. Rebecca Kagbo, well done, sir. God bless you. Thank you, Sister Rebecca. Many thanks for that. Momo Vandy. Let's see what Momo Vandy say. Is this in this economic hardship? is this economic hardship only in Sierra Leone? So first of all, I'll just deal with your first question because you always seem for one defend this economic hardship as if you and Uda you the defend them when I get right for defend them say because not only Sierra Leone day so therefore Sierra Leonean people and for take that on board. No, I disagree with you, Momo. You keep they make this one first you will say there's no economic hardship because many times I can see you on my Facebook page and my other social handle them. You always they come with something constructive, Momo, for goodness sake. Look, this question, in my opinion, is it's Weasley, brother. Yes, it's true that the economic hardship is not only in Sierra Leone. So because it's not only there in Sierra Leone, so Sierra Leonean people therefore put up with it. Apparently, that's what you question they try for imply. Like continue read what you say again. Why can't we be honest with ourselves and say that there is economic hardship global? Momo, there's economic hardship globally. Okay. So I don't say I'm for you now. I hope say yeah, I mean, like repeat, there's economic hardship globally, but other nations are managing. They are not doing too bad. You see the difference? They are not doing too bad. We are doing worse. Worse. I know they say other nations, the way was past we, but this you argument, all water border. So because other countries, them, yeah, they suffer. So Sierra Leoneans, them, therefore put up with that. Is there no way around this? Can the suffering be alleviated? Of course it can. And now the example now they give so because yes, economic hardship is global, but some people and then they in control or are doing better. Some nations. That's not the difference. Let's see what else you see. I bet you have been worse. I bet you that the economic hardship would have been worse if APC was. I'm not talking. Momo Bandi are looking good. Oh, Bandi. Anyway, I mean, it's good, yeah, that we're able for laugh, get Lily banter and something we serious as this one. But you see, you're not objective at all. This is not your problem. You are a rabid supporter of the government. So instead of looking at something at least a little bit objective, you are not doing so. And in doing what you do so, you are doing a disservice to a great number of Sierra Leoneans. Because yes, the government know they do well. The economic situation is really bad. Governments don't buy, they don't sell, they don't auction with money. The former bank governor or the bank governor, they don't bribe 68 million. Do you know what 68 million could have done? The former minister of agriculture now ambassador to China, Australia, and one or two other countries when are the president in right hand man. They don't eat money with them government money for manure and how you call it yabas today pum pam ping and all the policies reckless careless me brother the money get every day it disintegrates like paper with money so therefore it get value you understand. So now then basic things they are now we talk about other countries then they in grip, yes, they're struggling, but they try for contain interest rate, then try for contain inflation. Inflation they but they manage them. This is the point. You talk as if everything is the same. Now you go like APC, if not a minute, like if for be worse. Well, I don't know on a honest basis. That are you view and you're entitled to them. But what you cannot have, me brother, is your own set of facts. You can have your set of opinion, you can't have your set of facts. Economic boom during the EBK regime. They still left the country in austerity. I don't even think you know what austerity is. Yeah. Now for go look back in a dictionary and when I don't stop so many people because it became fashionable way SLPP take over power. Everybody, austerity, left with austerity. Some people don't even know the meaning of austerity or the context of this austerity, what do they mean to use? And it's such a shame, Momo, that you still use austerity, left with austerity. Mother Bill can decide for declare austerity today because there is a necessity for doing so. Okay? Please, man, Vandy, what else you say again? So what are you talking about? Well, I've already told you what I'm talking about, and I'm being very honest, brutally honest, brother. And I hope you will take this on because this is serious. So Momo Vandy again. I have never challenged the fact of economic hardship. But that's what you're saying. You just said economic hardship they all about. In other words, we talk about economic hardship now in country, which of course, if you put policies in place, it not go erase the economic difficulty, which is a fact. It go help for for mitigate and minimize them. But every day is getting worse. This nine are the difference. Let's say the president can solve them with a magic wand, although it been promised in 6 months, he go solve them. Then in this other election, the minister say in 3 months. Now, how many months will it happen? So now, una be they make them promises then they, but that's not even what I'm saying. I'm talking about putting policies in place, management. You dey go and employ people and fitty fat away money no day, but you still dey employ people. Inflation they want through the roof. You still employ people. You still fly. You still spend money. How much you don't bring come? That's what we're saying. This is what austerity is about. You know they spend waiting you not get. You they cut down on expenditure for manage. I hope you get a basic day about austerity, Momo. Let's see one more comment from you again, and then I'll go to the next. Man, I have masters in it. Okay, Momo, you've got masters in economics. Okay, congratulations. But why would you be talking about and left the country in austerity, where at least that was the best thing to do at the time, because the country been there in economic quagmire. Things were getting bad. So austerity mean cut down your budget, trim your budget, not expand them. So waiting this president, they do this administration, they do, if you say you understand them, now some of the problem in Andy, you employing, you ballooning the wage bill, you don't get the money for spend. Then you they go and tax people and they add all kind of tax from people businesses. Then businesses then they pass on the tax to the consumer. The consumer eventually now they pay. So the hardship just they grow exponentially. Oh, come on, man, Momo. That's a good thing that you get. I will bring you one day we can talk about economics. Very interesting. Anyway, let's see. Somebody else make a contribution. Momo, I will get for left you on that basis. They because also you want to I will just deal with. At least you get opportunities. I don't tell you one or two things, and these are facts, brother. They are so simple. Yeah. Ishmael Kamara, with all the economic hardship in the country, now Marabio don't balance for fly. Anyway, that's a whole story. Yeah. But that's some of the points. Yeah. Economic hardship, that's what you do. Oh, one Kasu. Let me see what Mr. Coordinator, how are you, sir? How you do? I hope all is well. Good lectures, my brother. Please break it down for them. Yes, so one Kasu. I mean, to be honest, it took a while. You expect people and for continue for say everybody jump on the bandwagon of austerity. With some no inclination, and it happened in social media because you challenge some people and they could not explain it. Like my brother, I say, get masters, masters in economics, but yet still he is. So at least if they play politics, well, that's understood. But even if they play politics, that's pathetic because the country being in difficult economic situation. And when you're in a difficult economic situation, governments all over the world, that's what they do. They therefore make the difficult choice because you get mouth for feed, you get education for promote, you get health services for support. So you get for look for money. So you get for cut down on things. Then we know if you've been a drive 10 vehicle, even inside your house, you can do the same thing. You've been a work before, inflation don't come now, so your money get less value. You cut down on some things, then you trim your budget. Simple, straightforward. But he could have done the same thing today, but he is doing worse. This is not fact, because under the dire economic conditions there, it still they employ massively. The wage bill has been quadrupled. And this na man, where it take over, you need for go back again to executive order number 1. We never forget this within the media. We never. We get them, we visit them, we look at what the president we say from the very beginning. It talk about trimming, about cutting down. Okay? Now you need for some of we not forget, my brother. Yeah? Okay. Let's see what we get. Alusign Seri. Until we stop thinking about our political parties and start thinking about Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone will not move forward on a nation. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And I've been saying this again for a number of years. Put country before party. Most of we now, a huge percentage of we, would they put party before country? Would they put individual them before party? Just the opposite. That's how we're doing. Very good contribution, Alusan. You are absolutely spot on. Ishmaela Kamara again. Yes, Momo Vandi, I hope your master's degree is not from Dominion. That's interesting. Yeah, Dominion here. See all kinds in that country. They mean the Minister of Agriculture will get a doctorate from Ye Dominion. Yeah. I get for bring Dr. John Idris Lahai. Yeah, I don't think I know who stuff. Jibril Tarawali. This is why much Sierra Leone no we all get waiting we get for till we begin them tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, Momo Vandi. I think that the final one is from Momo Vandi. I read this Momo Vandi because I know say you want to rebut some of the things that we will say. It will only be fair if we give you the opportunity today. So that is the reason why you have got to save in the days of economic boom. Yes, I do accept that there are in the administration. Well, at least somewhere we agree. And this is what is important, Momo. What you've been doing for the so I've noticed you for the last number of weeks. But everything you've been saying is just kind of lopsided, brother. I'm trying to say things from an unbiased perspective, to be honest. I might have some biases, it's inherent, me na not a man. But you na party side you they come up from. Already you can say I just suspect you na party person. So it's not about the country. But at least we they agree now, you see, we can disagree for agree. That's just the fact. So it's a good thing. And yes, during the rainy day, it's good for put something aside. But again, whilst I don't want to defend APC, this current government waiting, how you call them, Ebola due to APC government. It hit APC government big time. Biggest commodity where they depend on for make money. You went 3/4 of it. I tell you this for free, and you can check government archives. I believe say you did on day. You will see them for yourself. And I know they talk about the businesses that we left and the shutdown of your government as a whole. So you see, these are some of the things. And saying this does not mean that there was no corruption. Of course, there was corruption, heavy corruption. So you see, I am open. You need for be open as well. There's massive corruption in the SLPP government. Is there not? We need for own up, brother. Okay. My master's is from KU Leuven. I hope I pronounce that right, and that sounds very much like Dutch. Okay, that's good. I think say somebody been just to try for joke you. Daniel Cisse, can someone tell me what's going on with the power at State House? And this is another thing. I hear government, they talk about bridge again. I mean, this is not a bad thing in terms of development. But me not think say that bridge they critical right now. Brother, in a nation we not get drinking water for the people, why do they talk about $1 billion on bridge? Why you let them bring water, run pipe, here, make up a formidable project? Any nation will not get water, get current light, here, a viable one. Not a better nation. How long we go there on this? Yes, it's a major project, and we need them, here, because in the end, our country in a day. But I think priority-wise, bring water. You go to government ministry, you building. As you didn't do so, you don't begin to smell peace. When you go inside in a drum, then and get the bill water. 2023. But a big bowl, let them take that money they first, forget about the bridge and go do water and light. All time they don't propagate, and not to SLPP no more. All the political party, them, the APC, the SLPP, they come, somebody run 1 kilometer of electricity, and when the other one can add half pantap, then begin argue that. Come on, and none is sustainable. With people that need respite now, but they are try to provide sustainable electricity and water. And then we left for a river bridge, Lunge Bridge, 1 billion. It's a good project, but waiting more important now. This is the same thing. People that need for eat, they don't get food. They don't get clean running water. Health. Oh, please. Ishmaela Kamara. Exactly, Mr. Prince. I wish Mother Bio gets some schooling from this president of Malawi who stopped himself and members of the government. And yes, this is exactly what I've been trying to say to Momo. Because Momo always they come with argument, hardship they all over. It is true. But governments, responsible governments, are putting things in place for help for alleviate the suffering of the masses. Through sound, cogent policy then, tested and working for the people. So yes, then they suffer, but less suffering. Try for reining inflation. This is what they're doing. But you just Augustine Conte. Where is Koita? That's a good question, and that's what this program was about today. We don't know who's Koita today. Okay, so the question, where is Koita? Now people and we potentially know who's today or in the Koita himself for talk to the nation, so that we go hear from him as to waiting happen. A name end up being a list. Was he part and parcel of that? But first thing first, we want to know whether he's okay. At 10 for 1 for things say he's okay, but probably in a sticky situation. But hopefully we will hear from him soon. Thanks for that, for reminding me, Mr. Conte, Augustine. Momo Vandi, I am an extremely fair and liberal. Come on, stop that. Stop that. I can bring all your contribution on my platform and on me other handle at Facebook, I think, and Telegram, 1 or 2 of them, because you're always there contributing. No, this does not describe you at all. Waiting, you don't contribute. Even on this program, until you come to this point where I think, say, you really allow the truth for sinking regarding austerity. But now the first you begin to talk about austerity. The other one, you begin to talk about hardship being everywhere. In other words, in defense of the government. Look, brother, we're too smart for this, okay? We're too smart for this. I can tell you that for free. Yeah. You're not liberal. Jibril Tarabali, my brother, this is painful right now. Owankasu. How did the BO press conference go at 8 p.m.? I know watch I'm Owankasu. I've been very busy. Miss him. I wish I'd been on watch him before at the Camna studio. But yeah, we go do a talk about probably tomorrow. I'll study in the morning. I'm watching from London. Yes, Mata Bangura. Mata Bangura, if you know abandon me, you say for the heat matter be hard. Yeah, but we're still very much around. Mama Vandy finally. Bio did what he can to soften the economic hardship by giving cash transfers completely eliminated tax on rice, etc. My brother, I will have to start questioning you on this, you masters in economics. Solution to the problem. Okay? Give people the money, not to solution to the problem, especially the problem we're going with country. So please, I expect you to know better. You see, I appreciate the fact that the president give people the money, but I tell you equally so that not to the solution to the problem. We know the solution to the problem. Now, how for FENA? And that lies with government. And government has not been doing very well in finding that solution for the problem. They've politicized almost everything. Everything. Employment is politicized. I mean, if you not get the money, you cannot spend it. But you get for reward political friends at the expense of the economic situation in the country. Then people they will then give money, so then they eat that money finish. So it's more about meetings such as job creation. And I'm sure say you will agree with me. So you see, I not condemn the president for giving people money, but I can equally say those monies were bribes. And we get evidence at some point where the money then they for vote. We bribe you, we give you munafa, and then in return we get a vote. But that's we're done with that. The idea for begin count money for give people is archaic. Provide opportunity. Teach a man to fish, not to forget and fish all the time. That money they done, how long you will give them money? Provide opportunities, jobs, and etc. That will be great, my brother. What is the update on Koita? That's Reg Koroma. We're not gonna update on Koita. We do the program for sensitize people as to whether Koita was part of waiting happen on Sunday. That in name make the list. We go elect for no. Maybe people they know. Maybe they will contact the platform, and we go elect for inform with people. I mean, we the appeal to Comrade Koita wherever I day. Make it try, make it speak to the nation. We want to know what they go on. And we wish him well wherever he is. We hope say he's okay. And pretty sure say he's okay. Daniel Cisse. With all what is going on in Mama Salon, if I say, may God bless Madam Bio, what are you going to say? Okay. Let me ask first, Daniel Cisse. With all what is going on in Sierra Leone, I mean, whose kind of abstract business this with all what is going on in Sierra Leone? If I say, may God bless Mami Bio, what would you say? But yeah, I don't know what you ask, so I will left that. But very interesting take. All right, I want Kasu again. What is the government position on the 26th? What is security breach or attempted coup? Well, these are all critical questions. But attempted coup is when you attempt to usurp power. Security breach is when you breach security, you overcome security, you manage for bypass security. That's a breach. And the government has said all of this, but they have qualified this to mean how you call them. They finally call them a coup, at some point. Mama Vandy, the Biden administration gave cash handouts as well. Yeah, but that was one off, and that was during the COVID because people were at home and they could not go to work. So yes, I make if you are not condemn cash handout. The intent for giving cash handout, done one. When the time, how critical it was, done another. So yes, the president did give cash handout, which was a good thing. I am saying not only cash handout, and it should not be regular. In which society, that's regular. I am saying create opportunities, jobs, my brother. That's my position. Jobs, jobs, jobs. If I depend on you for the give me cash, then of course that means you control me. It's as simple and straightforward as that, Momo. And I sure say you will agree with me. Okay, this person is new. Gonna. With all the hardship, the government wants to build a bridge by getting stack load. Momo Bandy, this bag goes to you, honestly, brother. I mean, this brother, it made the thing sound, really, really comical, to be honest. And not comical, but humor. Yeah. there's some kind of a dark humor in this with all of the hardship. I mean, we're not done for pay for airport yet. We get 25 years. But here you want to add bridge pantap, you suffer, all the suffer. Well, what do you want to prove? Say now you been build the bridge at which cost for broke the country, no? That somebody get the bridge for 50 years, other people they get the airport. Come on. Anyway, it's not a bad thing again, I repeat, for the bridge, but priority wise, there are other things, Papa President. Jerry Brown. Please, Mr. Kroma, Momo Bandi should not manipulate the comments. He has shown his true color and not patriotic. Well, there we go. Yeah. If you go on my Facebook page, you go see Momo in comments there under me. Momo is has been unconditionally supporting the government. Unconditionally. I mean, you can support, but unconditionally. And at that, he begin with this particular broadcast in the comment section. Oh, angry they all side. Also, we angry they all side. We back for angry. Anyway, interesting, but at least he accepts some few things today, which means that together we as a people, if we can listen to ourselves, we can disagree for agree, we are the most powerful and potent force. If we not allow politicians for the manipulate we. Okay. Lam Jan, this is another new one. Koita is deliberately playing along their lies to impress them more, to expose them more. Oh, okay. So if that's true, that's fine. We hope that sooner rather than later he comes out and expose them more. Very interesting, Ishmaela Kamara. Okay, I do 2 or 3 more these comments them, and then I close this program. I'm enjoying it myself, yeah, and this is great. Mr. Prince, please try to bring Dr. Idris Lahai on your platform. Okay, definitely. After this program, I will get in touch with Dr. Lahai and I will try for Brianka. This person again is new, Kennedy Osai. I hope I pronounced your last name correct. Advertisement. Have Mountain Vodafone on there. Oh, mercy. Reg Koroma. Reg Koroma, he should have come out and debunk the lies of the SLPP on the 26th of November incident. Okay, final comment for tonight is coming from Brother Shaw. What does he say here? Let's unite. Let's end this endless political division. We need to bring hope to our people. Oh yeah, absolutely. Mama Vande, I did likewise for EBK because I support him in the first time EBK. Okay, but in second time you not support him. Okay, that's understood. Gonna. Please, bro, do not forget to give a shout out to the crew down at Mingles. Yes, indeed. Mingles all the way. And we get for the do advert for Mingles very, very soon. Yeah. So, Fabulem, una where they watch, we they do advert on the platform. We get few where they come up. For now, we get only 1. There are 5 more we promise we say then get for the do advert. So imagine if we just get 6, that will help for cover cost for broadcast, and that would be a great thing to be honest. And so we are open, very open to this. We they look for economics. I mean, an economist. We go they come and do an economic program on the platform at least 1 day a week. Okay. If you are interested, please send your CV to then and now. You can see the scroller text down bottom. Yeah, so you can send a CV or a personal statement to then and now. Okay. We also they look for somebody where they do relationship. So if you know somebody where they do relationship, somebody with charisma, with presence, sabi talk, know the subject, please tell them for get in touch. All the details then at the bottom of the screen. Okay. So I want to tell everybody thank you for tuning in. Hopefully we will get Dr. John Idris Lahai very soon. We ask Koita one final time, hopefully we pray that he's well and he will speak to we soon, and we will get another side of the story or understanding as things transpire on the 26th of November, whether he was involved or not. Okay. Thank you everybody for tuning in. One last thing I want to say before I left family. We get only one country, by the way. Okay. We get only one country, by the way. Yeah. We get only one country, by the way. My eye is healing up, by the way. Yeah. I do some operation on my eye. So one little bit. Anyway, this country, Sierra Leone, and we need for protect we country. But in protecting we country, we need sincere leadership. Me hope and prayers now for a prosperous salon. But it got to be led by people of principle, people of integrity. Not courtier, putia. Not people them way they seek revenge. Because some things they want to hear and see quite lately is really worrying. That when you raise concerns, you go hear people and they make comparison to 20, 30, 40 years ago. Oh, we momo binena power. Oh, ekute. Oh, double usu. Oh, they kill with people. So it's, I know if you want to ask the question whether this now we get for dwell pan or whether we're going to make headways and just move forward away from this nonsense. This is complete nonsense. A country of this kind, it should say, despite all this big talk about human development index, it showed barbarity in us. It showed the low key and illiteracy in us. It showed how stuck up we are, and they pretend as if all is well, whereas all is not well. This is dangerous for any society. A society where they seek, for go so low, where not only revenge, now in a resort to this one can be revenge for the other one, because now so it look like there have been so many deaths. I talk about in recent times that if government were to change hands, you go get people and they cry for other people in blood, just like it happened the last time. When will this all stop, Fambulen? At some point, this need for stop if we ever need for make progress. But for do so, it means we need a leadership, a bunch of people who are sincere, who are committed to the cause. Not a bunch of selfish, hypocritical, cutthroat politicians will really not get a country at heart, but other than for themselves and their family. In other words, can enrich themselves and use power more than anything else, Then no say already you're not president. Then you get all the power. But for sure say you get power, you continue for cut people in throat, you continue for send people in a jail at will. This is not the way you exercise your power. The best way for exercise your power, now for empower you people and shape some of this power, make you people and become powerful as well, so that they become a productive person in a society. This is what we ask for. This is what we request. This is what Sierra Leoneans they need. Until we do such, Family and Teluna can assure you of this. Our country will never, ever go forward. We'll get stuck where we are, and while other nations then will make progress, we go just to go back, retrogress into something like Stone Age. Where now cost business and they die, you they dance. People then criticize you, you take the youth away in a jail. This should not be the case. Fambulem, every beginning has an end. Everything that goes up must. This is the TNN TV Media Empire program. At the ask for subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow we on Facebook. We also there on Telegram, and we get an account on Twitter as well. So we get many social media handles. Please don't forget for like, don't forget for subscribe. Subscription is free. Help for share this video. Help for get Sierra Leoneans they involved. Let us love one another. We can disagree for agree. That's a good thing. Until then, we'll catch up again. It's been a TNN TV Media Empire production. And Prince Emil Kroma, today the 2nd of December.